Aloha and welcome to video number 2. This is where I'm actually going to talk about or illustrate how well the budget system that the first video talked about with the Ryzen 5 5600, 32 gigabytes of memory, the RX 6600, how well those really work in Microsoft Flight Simulator on a single screen 27-inch. Again, budget controls and whatnot. And as you can see, now we're set at 2560 by 1080. And as we scroll through, you're going to see everything on medium. It originally wanted to put everything at the level of my other simulator, and I said no. Alright, so I have to restart my flight sim really quickly. And we'll do that here shortly. Now, while I'm doing that, let me show you Air Manager. Now, Air Manager is what is actually running the cockpit displays here. And it can be easily configured. You swipe in from the side and you choose what controls you want to have available. Here I've got a Cessna 172 full cockpit, but I could easily change that to other things. This gives me a lot of the controls that are in the cockpit. You could easily have parking brakes as a touchscreen option. Here I've got flaps. If you look, it's not really responding. That's probably because there you go. Didn't like the way I was touching the screen apparently. But down here I've got my transponder. Over here, which it's still talking to the system. You can actually control left, both, or right on your tank selection. Very functional. There's a lot of good things it can do. I like having these because it takes the cockpit off the screen, puts it in front of me, so I can focus on more on the displays. And bear with me as the sim slowly but surely comes up. And now I just got prompts on both tablets that they are connected to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's go to World Map, and I'll just fly out of a local airport. And I will now zoom you in so you don't have to watch me, because who the heck wants to watch me? I will slowly pan with my amazing cinematography skills. So I'll try to bring in a little. I don't have any fancy video editing, anything yet, so there we go. Okay. Here we are in developer mode. And we're about to take off. Here we go. Let's see how she does. So let's kind of get rid of that. Yes, indeed, my parking brake is engaged. Shocking. Airspeed's alive. You notice it's coming up alive down here as well. Sorry, these are new rudder pedals to me, so they're old, but they've been sitting on a shelf. As I'm taking off, so on medium settings, it looks like on takeoff I was at like 37, 38-ish. But that looks pretty darn smooth to me. And again, I've got everything set at medium. And what I may do here shortly is try to bump it up to high to see what happens. We're flying over my local area. don't really need ATC, as I'm just kind of flying around to have fun here. It's kind of alright, so let's stay on our side of the river. Oh wow, 64. I'm pretty shocked by that. So where am I at? I think I'm over Electric Boat right now. Yeah, it's over Electric Boat here in balmy Groton, Connecticut. 56 frames per second right now, which I gotta say is not too shabby. We're coming up the local waterfront here, and there's not a lot of detail in here either on the waterfront area. As we'll pass by here. See our traffic driving on the water. That's pretty awesome. So all in all, at medium levels, right now I'm getting in the 50s, which is pretty high for what I thought I was going to get. Now, granted, I'm not in a city. I may take this up and run it, in New York and see what happens. I think that down there is supposed to be the submarine base here in Connecticut. That looks nothing like the submarine base here in Connecticut. Here's all the piers. Yeah. Definitely not very detailed on that side of the house. Gee, I wonder why. But as you can see, everything's very responsive down here. And if you look at my visuals, very responsive. 56 frames per second on medium. So yeah, and I don't know if I can get this map moving or not. I know it's not. Oh, and there's my exterior view. And for some reason, this isn't working on the flaps. I don't know why. Yeah, but as you can see, it's very responsive. I'm at 56 frames per second right now. Getting better than I thought I would on the medium. And everything's working fine. I've got Air Manager working on both. And I don't have the map up. I don't know if that map is supposed to work in Air Manager though. But it does have the comm and the nav frequencies. And I can probably, I don't know if I can shift here. I haven't tried to really use this before. I know this guy works. Done a lot of good things with this one here. I may try a crazy landing here, so don't hate me. Yeah, but again, I'm in the 50s. I'm pretty happy with the 50s. So the next thing I'll do when we come back is I'll cut this video and we'll run it at a much higher setting. So at least I'll go to high and we'll see what that effect is, but right now we're in the 50s. So the budget setup, in my opinion, if you're somebody who has to see ridiculously high frame rates, maybe you'd call this a failure. I don't see this as a failure at all. I see this as a big win, because pretty rough landing right there. I apologize for that. I just wanted to see if I could get it down with some controls that I'm not really used to. So yeah, we saw in the 50s and at some points even in the 60s. I'm pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to go in and I am going to bump it up to high. And we're going to see what that does from mid 50s.